probably look at getting this show on the road for as long as it'll go. Looks like the stream is pretty stable. Let's see. I got my little agenda notes up in the corner working. I played with that a little bit last night. I'm hoping if I say edit the stream notes that they'll automatically refresh. Because that is the thing I tried doing last night. Okay, cool. So yeah, that was so I did two things last night after I dropped off the stream for dinner, and then after dinner I tinkered a little more. I got the stream notes up there in the upper right. They're rendering of this little TiddlyWiki note that I can edit along the way. I've been playing with TiddlyWiki as a way to take notes and like update some little things here and there like that. It's rough. It doesn't look the way I want it to look, but it's a start. I also did this exciting thing. If I can get my mouse into the chat window.
Hello everybody.
I found someone did a JavaScript version of Sam, the software automatic mouth, that I remember from back in my Commodore 64 days. And I grabbed that JavaScript.
Hello, I am Sam, the software automatic mouth.
And I dropped that into a browser source in OBS, and now Sam can announce things on the channel.
Sam can announce things on the channel.
It's a terrible, terrible speech synthesizer, but it's nostalgic to me, so I think I'm going to start using it. And it seems really cool. It's also only like 24K worth of JavaScript, which is kind of hot. Along with that, let's see, I committed code last night for my follow alerts, and then I worked a little more, and actually, so I got the follow alerts. Actually, Sam will announce them now. I want to work on that a bit more. I'd like to actually work on the graphics for it a bit more. But
hello world, this is not Amic speaking. It is me, Sam.
It's a pretty cool little robot voice. So I think it gives my my helper bot a little bit more of a personality. So what do I want to do today? I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming today. I owe my mom a Mother's Day call. And as soon as she gets home from festivities on the other side of the country, she's going to send me a text, and then I'm going to jump off and go give her a call. But for now, I felt like coming down to the basement and tinkering a little bit more on this stuff. So I got the voice synthesizer going. I got to start on a follow alert. What else did I want to do? In the agenda, I got... I was playing around with TiddlyWiki. I'm going to say Tiddy all the time when I try to talk about this wiki. TiddlyWiki. I got the agenda working up there in the corner, so that's cool. I want to improve the following alert. I want to play some more with Sam. And I guess I'm going to play with some of this organizational stuff in general. Because I want to start trying to do this stream thing more consistently. I'd like to, if only to myself, commit to some slots to do it, and maybe come up with a schedule and actually start to triage some ideas I've got for topics into actual calendar slots, so then maybe I could actually publish a calendar, and then maybe folks could actually see what I'm going to be up to and show up if that seems interesting. So I guess that's probably enough for the next hour or so, which is probably about how long I'll be here. So what first? One of the things I was looking at in TiddlyWiki is I added this board thing, which kind of looks like... I thought I added a stream board for this. So it's kind of like a Trello thing, it's like a Kanban thing. Pretty sure I added it. Maybe I didn't add it. Let's see. Let me try adding one. Stream board. Let's just call it stream board for now. I can call it something else later. And I could say... What do I want to call that? Let's call that... backlog. Yeah, okay. So now I got a little board here where I think I can add ideas of things I want to do. Still kind of playing around with how this works. I'm pretty sure I can add more columns to this. Because I was doing them as like checkbox style to-do items, but I don't think that that's really all that effective. Got some ideas for it. I could do things like, I don't know, here's an idea. I want to control a colored light with alerts. You probably can't even see that because that font is super tiny. Let's see. So if I save that, that's a note all on its own. If I put that back in the middle again. Backlog stream board. Yeah, so I could add cards in here. What if I want to add another column? Can I add another column to the side here? No. Show on sidebar, window, height, width, search. Still learning how to do this. What if I want another column? No. Shoot. That? No. That? No. Can I do that? No. No. Kind of want to, because so we used like sprints and boards and stuff at work, and they work there. So I'm like, well, maybe I can use some of those notions for myself at home and on this thing. So I can drag a new thing in there. Like another thing I want to do is a chat command to add note to stream notes. So like I got this thing down here, stream ideas, stream notes. I've got stream notes for today's stream. I want to take notes as I stream so I can look at those later, follow up other topics in the downtime, things like that. So I can add new things to the backlog, but how do I add another column? I could just use Trello or something, but I'm enjoying this TiddlyWiki thing. Filter. How do I add another column? Can I edit? No. That's just translating the template. List. Can I do it with that? Let's see. You know what? I could look up. I could look up instructions on how to use Dropboard. TiddlyWiki Dropboard. Yeah, this is the thing I downloaded. I mean, it looks pretty cool. This dude has some examples on it. Yeah, so I mean, this looks pretty cool. Well, actually, this is live. This is not a screenshot. This is a live instance of this board. And he's got the to-do up next to doing, and I kind of want to do that for the stream. Might be misguided, but it seems like it could be cool. So okay, how do I add a column? Gives you view into a standard Tiddly wiki data using built-in tags and list fields. You can drop any Tiddler link onto a card, the empty area in the list, and drop areas in the list title bar. Okay, well, how do I make a new column? Can I do it with... Oh hey, there's a kitty. Hello kitty. I feel like I should highlight when the cats appear. This guy really seems to like to show up when I first start and say hello. Alright, let's try this. Is that how we add a column? It is not. Doesn't seem like it. Hey bud. Oh, where are we going now? Might also add some chat commands so if folks are watching and they want to highlight when there are cats, they could say in chat, but I don't have that yet. Maybe something like,
Hello, Gazabo.
Alright. So how is this working or not working? Because I dropped it in, I created a new thingy. Let's close it. Did I have to reload it? No. It must just be too narrow. I wonder if I can get that to go full screen. New tab. Oof. That looked like it might have worked, but seems to have broken. Maybe I want to stick it in the sidebar. Still getting used to the interface. Oh, yeah, that just seems to be broken now. Guess that's what I get for playing with new tools. I think you can just see a cat tail over the keyboard. Height? No. Get out of the sidebar. Okay, bye, kitty. Oof. Let's open that back up. I think I might have just broken it somehow. Restore default height. Okay, so it's back. Width. Fit. Okay, well now it's not broken. Okay, well it seems kind of janky. Maybe I gotta play with it a bit. So yeah, so I'm just trying to come up with a bit of a board to think about my stream. And maybe plan a bit. There we go, that looks a little more like a board. So I got my backlog, I got my up next, I got my doings. Got some ideas here. I've got another note here with stream ideas that I could turn into cards there. Use Sam on the stream for robotic announcements. I made that work, so that's cool. And I've got some ideas for like, I could explicitly do streams where I learn a thing, where I build a thing, where I give a talk. That could be interesting. And I've got some streams where I might want to do some retro gaming. But it might be cool to actually, like, you know, put this on a schedule in case anyone actually wants to know what I'm doing ahead of time, which I hear consistency and predictability is how you get people to actually watch you, so they know what they're in for, which makes sense. But to do that, I'm going to have to do some planning, which is what this board is for. Alright, so I'm working on a follow alert. Oh, soundboard. Let's add another thing there. Let's see. Build a soundboard for the stream. What else we got? Build a follow alert. So I've got a follow alert. I need to finish a follow alert. Improve the follow alert. So I can take that from backlog up next. I'm probably going to make that doing soon. What else we got? So this isn't necessarily scheduling things, it's just kind of trying to organize myself. I don't know, I'll add all these things eventually. And if I do it right, I could even maybe populate the stream notes up at top with whatever I've got in the lanes here. I could look at doing a soundboard next. You know, this is too narrow for a board. I wonder if I can get that to open in a window and not break. As soon as I open it in a window, it breaks. That sucks. It like flashed for a second. Let's close everything. Let's open that back up. Actually, let's add that to my home page. I'm gonna make that stream board. Yeah, now it's broken. Let's add a tag to that. That's an index topic. TiddlyWiki is neat. It's kind of obscure, but it's neat. Because I can do things like build myself little dashboards and things from random little notes. Alright. And I can see I started a note for today's stream and I want to keep that open and put notes in there. And in fact... Oh no, I already had that in there. One of my cards here is add a chat command to add note to stream notes. Like I might want to just kind of drop a command in chat to add a bullet point to those notes while I'm streaming and maybe invite other folks in the stream to do that too. It's kind of scattered, but I think it's fitting with my brain. And I got the stream agenda. This is the source of what I've got up in the corner of the screen there. I kind of want to add some more like station ID kind of stuff to this and maybe have the bot read this, so if someone asks what's up in the channel, it could read this out. So I don't know, that's kind of the organization. That's the third bullet point on my what's up on this stream thing there. I'm playing around with these organizational tools. The other thing I want to do, once I'm done kind of piddling around with this, is actually work some more on the follow. Because I do have some code to react to follows on Twitch.
Thank you for the follow, here at the Baker.
But that's pretty bland. I want to add some animation to it of some sort. And then there's other events to do too, like rating and hosting and cheering and subscribing. No one subscribes to me, no one cheers for me, so those are kind of lowest on my list. But, you know, I kind of have to do some things worth watching before anyone's going to do any of that. But I do get some follows, and I do get some hosts, and I do get some raids, so I'm going to put those alerts together. And what's cool about this is it's just a web browser overlay. So that's literally just a web page with a transparent background, and I've got that little dialogue that shows up. And what I can do while I'm working on it, I can load it up in VS Code and hack in the HTML a bit. Let me clear the decks here, what I was working on yesterday, and start over. I was also thinking of blogging about this bot, because I put some thought behind its structure, and I may write a blog post. I'm just kind of trying to, like, get back to building some things and sharing what I build, using this stream as an excuse for it, and maybe write some blog posts. But this thing, I got this bot set up with a concept of like modules. Some of them are core in that they provide events and services and like integration with outside APIs. And then I got plugins, and the plugins do all the neat stuff that use the integration. So this thing connects to OBS, which is my my streaming software. It connects to Twitch, which is my streaming destination. Someday it's going to probably connect to Discord. It provides a web server. And all these things provide services and generate events. And so my plugins can do things like I've got this alerts overlay. The overlay itself is served up by the web server. It talks to the server with WebSockets. The bot also talks to Twitch Twitch tells me when someone follows. So then in the background, the Twitch core module tells a service on the web server module to send a WebSocket message to my alerts overlay. So it's a big Rube Goldberg machine of events and services. Oh hey, how's it going? Yeah, OBS is great. It's it takes a bit to work out all the stuff it can do, but it can do an amazing amount of stuff. Especially like I got the WebSockets plugin dropped in, which means I can totally script everything in it from my bot. I haven't gotten around to doing much with it yet, but it's got like pretty much everything I could automate. So that HTML is not exciting. Oh yeah, on my to-do list is to fix Chip Machine because it keeps getting stuck on songs. Let's add that. See, this is why I need an organizational system, because my brain is scattered. This issue was fixed at one point. It will get to the end of a song and then just like fade out and stop at like 5% volume and never advance to the next song. And I didn't write Chip Machine, so someone else did, but I've been hacking on it a bit. I swear someone else fixed that issue like a year ago, but for some reason I don't have the fix. So I'll get back to that. Alright, so my follows. I was going to start hacking on the styles a bit more and see if I can come up with some animations. This is the HTML, it's very boring. I've got a canvas on there, but right now I'm literally just using HTML. Drag the CSS in, drag the JS in, I'm going to hide my sidebar because my font is very large. So yeah, the way I'm doing this right now is I've got this div, and I've got the CSS to like make it appear in the middle of the page, and I've got some CSS to animate it in and out, and then I got this JavaScript which talks to a WebSocket, and when it gets the right message it fades in the alert dialog. Oops. So through the Rube Goldberg machine of my bot, eventually a following event from Twitch makes its way through the server and up through a WebSocket into my overlay. And it hits this switch statement. And the switch statement does the DOM jiggery pokery to make that dialog show up and then fade out. Also on the server side is where it does that voice alert. But I think I'm going to disable that because I want to work on the graphics, and constantly making voice announcements is going to get annoying. Oh yeah, and I've got a little debugging module that lets me simulate a fellow event.
Thank you for the follow, care and protector.
But I think for now, I'm going to make Sam be quiet for this alert. And this is where I get into the events and services. So this is on the server side of my bot. I've got, it's listening, this particular plugin is listening for a Twitch following event, and then it makes two service calls, one to the SAM plugin and one to the web server plugin. And I built this bot in a way that I can use it to run my stream while also hacking on it. So it automatically reloads in the background. You can see, well, you can't see, but when I save a file, my terminal over there goes nuts because it's reloading. It reloads itself, and all the pages and all the overlays get reloaded. And so ideally, every time I make an edit and save the file, it quietly reloads everything. I want to refine that at some point and do some like hot module reloading so that it doesn't restart the whole server. It maybe just reloads the modules it needs to, but anyway. Yeah, actually, I'm going to add that idea to my list while I'm thinking about it. Implement hot module reloading and Cafina bot. That's what that's for, is whenever I come up with a random idea, I can throw it in there and then triage it later. Alright. So I just disabled the voice alert, restarted the bot. Now when I trigger the follow event, there should be no voice. I think I broke a thing. What did I break? Because I hit the button and it looks like it's restarting the server. I just commented out the voice alert, I thought. Let's see. Reload this looks fine. Yeah, everything I just said about the fancy reloading, I probably broke it. Bummer. Let it break. If I go to OBS and hide and reshow my alerts panel, I'm kind of like working on the train while it's going down the tracks. Okay, well, I reloaded my alerts source and that reloaded the page, so that worked. That's not the way it should work, but oh well. I've just got OBS on my other monitor, so I can reload that if I have to. So, okay. The other thing I might want to do... And now I'm seriously wondering what I broke. Oh, I removed something from the... There we go. I removed something from that file that might have broken things. Let's try that. Okay, so it's working. If I do the HTML for that. Let me see if I fixed my... Okay, so I fixed my reloading. I just broke the JavaScript for the overlay. So I guess if there's a JavaScript error, the reloader breaks. So anyways, I was thinking of doing something in Canvas for the following alert. Maybe have a bunch of spaceships fly by, or have a spaceship get chased. And I might play around with that in HTML Canvas. I've got a couple Canvas, or I've got at least one Canvas-based overlay thing here. I need to actually, like, the other, oh, here's another thing. I would like to add bot command help to chat and Twitch panels. I want to offer some commands to the folks in the chat audience, because there's some commands that are just for me, but there's some commands like fireworks. If it works, it's not working. Let's try that again. Well, I had fireworks. I'm probably going to break the stream. Let's see. There should be a fireworks display. The bot's getting the command anyway. It's working in my browser. Why is it not working on the stream? Let's try just adding it. I just kind of want to add a lot of toys to the stream. Alright, that worked. I don't know why in my other source it's not working though. Try that. That's a lot of fireworks. Alright, so that seems to be working. It's supposed to... So I just added it to my current scene as a source. It should be in my foreground as a source. Oh well. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Maybe. Nah. Alright, well, I'm gonna play with some things some more. If I go and edit my common foreground source, everything goes black, so I'm trying not to do that too much. But fireworks is the thing that everyone in chat should be able to use. I was also looking at, I noticed Twitch added this like channel points thing that you can use to redeem awards. Might be neat to throw some visual effects at that. That could be fun. But I'm off track now because I wanted to work on the follow alert. Oh yeah, I know why I talked about the fireworks. I talked about the fireworks because I might want to use something like the fireworks. Like this multicolored canvas thing. But for follows. Maybe have some spaceships zoom across the screen or something. It's almost kind of like a Williams Electronics color cycle effect. And I stole the firework code from someone else like 3 or 4 years ago. But it's an interesting effect. Let's see. If my reloading is working, I can do this. And the follow alert just stays there. I could do that as a way of screwing around with the canvas. It just stays visible. I think at this point I might just doodle around with some canvas code. Let's see, there's my WebSocket code. So this is the JavaScript behind that page. And all it does is make a div hide and show. Alert follow. I'm gonna refactor that little bit there into its own function. I'm sure there's a super efficient VS Code hotkey for refactoring into a function, but I don't remember it. I used to do that kind of stuff in Java and like Eclipse and stuff. Did I break it? Let me see if I broke my my follower code. Simulate follow event. Actually, I'm gonna blow that up so you can see that a little better. Still comes in. Okay, so my little refactoring didn't break anything. Yeah, this is what I was saying earlier, and I should blog about, is this little debug view I've got lists all the event topics that fly around inside the server and all the services that different plugins offer. I'm trying to make it so that like when I add little features, all they have to be is like glue code between other established server bits. And there's that bug with the music not advancing. I love this song, but Chip Machine butchers it. I don't think it's Chip Machine's fault. I think it's one of the SID emulators. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to draw on the canvas. I may need to refresh myself on drawing on canvases. Oh, but I know I've got some code that does that. Let me open up my fireworks plugin. Because it has like an event, it has like a draw loop. Oh, that's not it. I want fireworks.js. I know how to do these things, I just forget constantly. I'm gonna have to look at my old code because I think my brain is full these days and all that's left are like pointers to other information. Alright, so what did I name the canvas? I named the canvas. Canvas, okay, so it's very similar to this code. Commit function. I'm going to add some canvas initialization stuff here. I know this particular code is ancient, so I'm probably going to screw around some of it as I go. It does have some interesting automatic resizing stuff that I want to copy. I know I'm going to want to do maybe a particle system, because I want some objects to fly across the screen. I want to make them particles, and I'll probably explain what I mean by particles as I go along. But I definitely want, I would like, you know what, I don't think I'm going to put these in a knit. I'm going to stick it, stick it down here, wait, yeah, okay. So I've got an update function, draw function. I want some particles. And what update is going to do? Actually, no, it's some sanity checks might be a little better. How about I draw on this canvas first? What I'm going to want to do, every time it draws, I'm going to want to oh yeah, this is the auto resize stuff. So I want the canvas to take up the entire height and width of the page. I've got a parent element that CSS defines to fill the page. And this code here forces the child canvas to always fill the entire browser viewport. And that's important because when I stick it in a browser source in OBS, it can be different sizes depending on what resolution I'm streaming at, and I don't want to worry about what that happens to be. So I'm going to have my code just dynamically scale to whatever the browser happens to be at. There's a cat behind me. I'm going to want to do request animation frame. This is a lot of like hedging of bets in this code in case the browser does or does not support request animation frame. I think we stopped really needing to do that a few years ago. Let's see, so on initialization call draw. I'm separating draw and update because that's a thing I learned a bit about in some like game development tinkering I did. You want your rendering to be tied to like the graphics system, which in this case is the browser and Canvas. Your update could run on a different thread, could run on a web worker, but update is just updating the positions of things, and draw makes a rendering of those positions. You don't need to have, you don't want to have them necessarily in the same function in the same thread. JavaScript isn't threaded unless I throw it on a web worker, but anyway, they might make more sense as I fill in things. Now, this thing is gonna rerun itself. Okay. Now it's not drawing anything interesting yet. But I think I'm gonna do something really basic, like just have it, have it just draw a square or something at first. So first I want to clear the canvas on every draw loop, and then, I don't know, I totally forget how to draw things in Canvas, so let's Canvas. Eventually something interesting will show up on the screen. Let's do this. At some point, once this starts working, it should draw something on the stream. I might even do that now. But there it goes. Wow. What is it doing? It's doing something unexpected. I'm just going to do this for now, actually. I think my resize code might be broken. 1280 by 720. Let's just do that. Oh, I know what else I want to do. I think I want to turn off scroll bars. Yeah, let's hide scroll bars on that overlay. Alright. So, roughly 60 times a second, it's clearing the canvas and drawing a green square. That's not necessarily what I want to draw, but I'm at least at the point where my canvas is working. And if I edit the code, the screen should, or the square should move. Cool. And Chip Machine isn't advancing the song. Not cool. Alright, so I can draw. Now, what are my particles? Let's make a new function. Function draw particle. I'm going to get into this soon. Let's not put this there. Let's put this under draw. Draw particle is going to want the draw context and a particle. What's the particle going to be? I'm going to say the particles are spaceships. And I'm going to say... what do I want out of this? This is going to be a little janky. To make a new particle, I'm going to want to know where to put it in X and Y. Maybe a color. Yeah. That's X, Y, color. Yeah, maybe I want a velocity too, so dx, dy. And let's say lifetime. This is just a stupid little function, but at some point it might have some more smarts. Let's see, function update particle. Oh yeah, let's say they start out alive. Or let's be more optimistic. So when we update a particle, what we're going to say is particle x plus equal particle dy dx. This can get, oops, what did I just do? I accidentally hit the wrong button, that's what I did. This is going to be really dumb at first. And particle TTL is equal... Oh, I'm going to need some delta time in here. This will make more sense soon, I hope. I'm probably trying to do too much at once, actually. Let's see, what is, let's forget what's a 60th of a second. It's like, let's just do that. I always start no to do math. It's It's like 16.6 repeating or something. Yeah. But we'll just leave the math in there. So what I'm doing here is every 60th of a second, I'm going to update all the data that's going to drive the animation. And whenever the browser's ready, I'll let it draw a frame. So the update happens decoupled from the draw. And this is really brain dead, but let's see. I've written this code a bunch of times before, which is why I'm just kind of throwing it off the top of my head right now. We'll see how well I remember how I last did this. Because what I want to do is for every update, I want to know how much time passed since the last one. And that's going to drive a few things, like how fast things go. I can do things like so this is really brain dead too, but this is saying every update move the particle by the delta x delta y in proportion to the amount of time that passed since the last frame. Which in this case is going to be milliseconds. So the unit of movement for dx and dy is going to be pixels per millisecond. Which is a bit gross. I might play around with that math a little bit. Actually, yeah, I should play around with that math a bit. This is a lot of prep work, but I'm hoping it makes making the animation easier once it starts working. And the other thing I probably want to do here is say on an it, let's just do this. I'm going to say every second, I'm going to create a particle. We're going to put it at a random spot in the square of 500 pixels. Same with that. It's going to be really chaotic. And you know what, I think I might want to change this. I think I want to change my delta time to be in seconds. Which is going to be some funky floating point math, but dx and dy, I'm going to say how many pixels per second? Let's say 50 pixels per second. And time to live, let's say 5 seconds. I defined a color, huh? Right, particle color? Okay, yeah. Say, I don't know, all colors are green right now. Red, green. You know, let's do this. That way I know what these arguments are. And they're not positionally dependent. I found this kind of like creator function useful before, which is why I'm kind of doing it a little more convoluted than maybe I need to. Alright, so every second I'm going to create a new, say every half second I'm going to create a new particle that lasts for 5 seconds. That's going to get unwieldy. Let's see what happens now. So every second, we're going to generate a new particle at a random point in the top corner of the screen. And they're all going to travel diagonally at 50 pixels per second and live for 5 seconds. Things are going to go very wrong with this, I think. And I may need to, like, kill the source, but we'll see. How about this, actually? Let's say no. See, I'm worried it's going to make an ever-increasing number of particles every second that live for 5 seconds, and it's just going to be more and more and more particles, but that's okay. So it updates, it's going to run update particle on each of them, it's going to move them, create a particle, so now I want to draw a particle. So I'm just setting up like a really bare bones basic particle system here. And I can eventually finesse the animation, and I can finesse the drawing. I think I'm just going to make them rectangles at first. I'm going to steal my code here. And I want, so when I draw, I'm really only interested in X, Y, and color from the particle. And I'm going to say that it draws at X, fill at Y, and they're, I don't know, 50 by 50 squares. Okay. I probably screwed something up. But what I should have just done is built a very quick animation system to make rectangles fly across the screen. I immediately broke it. I'll probably load it up in the browser real quick and see what errors I got. That's what I should have done in the first place, rather than being kind of overconfident that it was just going to work on stream. Reference error, DT is not defined. Okay. 67. Oh yeah, we don't need that there. What that wants is CTX, which is the drawing context. Now, draw doesn't really necessarily at this point care about the delta time. It might at some point if I have it do more sophisticated animation. Alright. I'm going to add some logging. Creating particle. So it should be creating a particle every second. And there it goes. There's that message. I'm also going to do a little bit of cheat hacking and say window particles. I'm going to expose particles to the log. What do my particles look like? So it's definitely creating the particles. And they have X and Y. And there's more and more created every second. Yeah, I'm going to disappear that view on the stream real quick because I don't want it to screw up. Console table particles. So the font is really small in my debug view here, but I can see these particles are being updated. Oh wait, no they're not. The Y is not being updated. And I'm definitely not drawing anything. So let's see what's happening in the update. DXDY, DT. Do they have DXDY? They do have DXDY. But it does look like the X's got updated at least once. Let's try this again. There's going to be an error, isn't there? I think my drawing isn't happening. I'm doing a lot of this from memory. Like, I've done this kind of thing before. And I'm usually able to like bust out an animation system really quick. Is my update loop working? Looks like update happened once and then never again. Oh, it's because I don't reschedule the update. Let's do this. At some point I'll have an animation system working. Also, my music is stuck. There we go. So we're drawing, we're updating, we're updating, we're updating. The particles are changing. So my update loop is working, but I'm not drawing anything.
Wild suburb.
I love you.
Wild suburb.
I love you.
At some point, I'm hoping I'm going to have spaceships flying across the screen. Okay, so I can draw a blue rectangle, or I can draw a blue square, so I know that that works. Am I calling the right thing here? Okay, so yeah, it is trying to draw my particles. The Y is not a number, so that could be why I'm not drawing anything. that's definitely why I'm not drawing anything. Okay. Y is Y. 0. Particle X, particle Y, dx, dy, dt, dt, Oh yeah, and I should say, if particle TTL less than 0, particle isn't alive anymore. And I should be able to say, here's what I'm gonna do. This is kind of, no. That's gonna break things. Let's say this. I got a hack here that I want to use to introspect my particle list. So here's the thing I've done before. Particles equals particles filter. Particle alive. So, nope. Actually, that's the wrong place for that to live. After every time the particles are updated, let's filter out the ones that are no longer alive. So our particles list only ever lists the alive ones. So that should be basically garbage collection. This intro started and all I could think was more cowbell. Yeah, pretty much. I broke something. Now why is dy not updating?
I love you.
Create a particle. Oh, capital Y. It must be a small letter Y. If I was using TypeScript, I might catch that. Stop. Okay, why are things not reloading? Oh, I know why they're not reloading. I have a very, very, very large log. I'm gonna have to kill my browser. Yeah, I might have actually just killed Firefox. Because I have a log that is many thousands of lines long. Because I let it run on for a while. Alright, let's do this. Let's Let's restart Firefox. I've done that sometimes. I've done it in Chrome. I've done it in Firefox. The thing just runs amok with too many log messages. Let's see if I can stop that from happening again. I took that out of my source code, right? I'm no longer logging every time I draw. Right? Yeah, I took that out. So it was just loading cached page. Oh no, it's already on its way to doing it again. There are some things I do sometimes in like animation loops and whatnot that are kind of like Mickey losing control of the mops in, or the brooms in Fantasia. I don't know what that is. Let's just close that tab for now before it gets too bad. I think it's loading a cached version of the page. I just have it logging incessantly. Doot-dee-doot-dee-doot. Maybe I can get control of it again at some point. What am I missing in this little particle system thing? I think I might have to kill Firefox again. Super professional work here today. What a 6. I cannot read the type. I can always copy and paste. Speaking of cowbell. Kill that tab, kill that tab. Okay. Maybe I can get control of it before it goes nuts again. Oh, look at that, I got rectangles moving. Alright, so that's kind of what I was after. I wanted to make some things move on the screen. Now, I want to make more interesting things move on the screen. And I would like them to move at different rates, maybe have different colors. But one thing at a time. Let's make those a little smaller. Let's say they're 16 by 16. This is kind of like a particle sprite system. Is my reloader working? Is my reloader's working? It's not the smoothest animation system in the world. What if we do this? Let's, for now, create a new one every half second. Let's start them at Y10. And just make them kind of shower down from the top. Okay. Now this isn't the ultimate effect that I want out of this, but you can see like how it's creating these things. So I just kind of have it like creating them towards the top of the screen. How about let's screw with the velocities. So now they'll go in all kinds of different crazy angles. Cool. Let's make them different colors. Now I usually do this with something like this is a badly named function. I can say random colors RGBA max. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest of your Sunday. A little slow in catching chat, so sorry if I already missed you, but hope to see you next time. If I actually do this on a schedule. Alright, let's do that as a random color. I think I got a random color. Or I broke it. Oh, I just assigned it a function. I didn't actually call the function. There we go, now I got random colors. Maybe I'll give it a shape. And at some point, I'm going to actually get this into the following dialogue. And I might actually want to color cycle them, maybe. Actually, what would make this easier to play with later is if I represented it as an object. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to just make kind of a function like this, but I have found I often end up putting logic in these things. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this. I'm going to stick it down in the draw function, actually. This code anymore. I'm going to get that out of the way so I get more room for my code. RGBA. So what I'm doing is I'm adding a new property, or I'm changing the property for color around in my particles, and I'm going to keep them as colors because at some point I'm going to cycle the colors and animate them, and I'm going to have the draw function build the RGBA fill style. And a random color is going to be... I can refactor and refine this eventually. What's broken? Format my code. Prettier is not formatting for me. There you go. I like to write terrible code and then just have Prettier reformat it for me occasionally. Did I break it? Do I still have random colors? I've got none now. What did I break? My color's an object with RGB and A. Yeah. RGB. Why am I not drawing anything? RGBA. Oh, I got an extra brace in there. Okay, we're back to colored squares. Now what if I wanted to add a color cycle? Well, what if I did something like decolor? So this isn't a color, it's more like a color velocity. And I can do a dumb thing like times dt 255. Let's do for last name of RGB. I think this will let me do some color cycling. Could be terrible. Could be terrible. Let's see what it does. Breaks. Okay. Oh, that's because... Let's just do that. That's really janky, but... Okay. So I got some weird color cycling. They just kind of fade into white. That's not what I expected it to do. Huh. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. Oh, I see. It's not wrapping around. I thought the, modulo... Oh, I see. No. This is what I want to do. I don't want to modulo that. I want to modulo... that. There we go. Now we got some funky color cycling. And my song's broken again. Okay. So I can remind myself what I'm doing here later. Alright. So I got some squares, a color cycle. Let's improve our sprites, because I don't want just squares. And in fact, I kind of want them to go from left to right, so I'm going to redefine how they get created. I want them at x0. And here's the thing we can do. I want to know canvas height. Let's say the y is math random times canvas height. And I don't want them to move vertically. I want them to move side to side. I want them to fly across the screen. That it's very slow. Let's say they're going to have a minimum speed of 100 pixels per second. So they come in, they're going zoom. I want them to be created more often than that. You know what else I'm going to do? This might be a bad idea, but update particle. If particle X is past the canvas width, let's say it's also dead at that point. So when it goes off the edge of the screen, I'm going to clean them up. It's starting to look a little closer to what I had in mind, which is I want things flying across the screen. Let's make them even faster. Let's say minimum 300. What's another 300? So I'm going to zoom. Too fast. And I want one every second. That's looking kind of cool. Now I'm going to turn them into spaceships. Then what's a spaceship? In my mind, a spaceship is like a triangle from asteroids. Now, is that fill style or stroke style? I think it might be stroke style that I want. Drawing shapes. I always need a refresher on this. Fill, right, stroke, right, draw paths, begin path, close path, stroke, fill. Okay. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, it actually would refresh me on this. It's the last time I used this kind of thing. In a game I was trying to make. Trying to remember the name of my own repo. I made a game with an animation system that drew things. Trying to remember how it drew things. Viewport canvas. It's got a whole bunch of drawing methods at the bottom. Yeah, there we go. Begin path, stroke. Okay. Actually, I have the kind of shape I want right here. So let's do that. And I think color is stroke style. Yep. So I want stroke style. Let's try that. How bad can that be? Terrible. That's how bad that can be. Oh, I know what I didn't do. The way I did this before is I used canvas transformations. So yeah, this is the kind of code I did in my drawing. So I would go some kind of copying code from an earlier project. So what I do, save the canvas, translate to X and Y. I'm not doing any rotation at this point, but let's save that for later. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Okay. So what I did with this is I in a game I wrote before, I created all my sprites as if they were 100 by 100 grids on a center point, and then to draw them, I would translate and rotate using canvas. So we can start to do that now a little bit. So okay, those are spaceships. They're a little big. They also turn the wrong way. So I do want to rotate. Let's say, why don't we say rotation. I'm going to say my rotation is, what's 90 degrees? Pi, quarter pi? Maybe? Not quite right. Not a quarter pi. What is, what's 90 degrees in radians? 15708, it's, 90 times pi divided by 180? I guess that's a way you can do it. Times. This is bad math. I'm going to clean this up at some point, but I don't remember which way is up. Oh, that's not correct. What's 0 degrees? It was sticking straight up, right? Oh, well, that's the correct way. That's the way I want to go. Okay. Oh, I see. I add a half pi I don't remember why I do that. I think I added a half pie because I wanted everything initially facing right in my game. Let's not do that. That just screwed me up. So base rotation straight up. I would like it to turn 90 degrees. It should face them all to the right. Cool, that's what I wanted. Now I want to make them smaller, so I am going to uncomment this scale. And I'm going to give a default for that, so my size is going to be, let's make it 16. That's not what I want to do. I'm breaking things. Is that going to do it? I just break it. Size is not defined. I just broke it. Rotation, size. I might make the ships different sizes. Who knows? Scale is 2 arguments required. Yeah, okay, because I need to put size. Whoa! Actually, I think what I want is size divided by the original assumed scale, which is 100. There we go. Well, this is looking a lot closer to what I had in mind. Little asteroid-y spaceships flying across the screen. Different speeds and whatnot. It's cool. I am getting much closer to what I had in mind when I started the stream. And I'm probably going to refactor all this at some point to be a little cleaner and to accommodate some different types of particles. What do I want to do with it now? I kind of want more spaceships. I'm going to have to refactor out these magic numbers at some point. Yeah, there we go. Okay, you know what I'm going to do now? Let's turn on that source on the stream. So now there are spaceships flying across the stream. That's not looking terrible. So what I wanted to do is to have this appear when someone follows me. Because right now, this is my follow alert. I had the idea of maybe just having the spaceships appear within that rectangle and not over the entire screen. It kind of looks cool to have them show up around the whole screen though. Another thing I kind of want to do is have them appear slightly off screen first. Let's say 32 off screen. It should come out. You know what's interesting is it looks like, I can't quite tell, but it looks like they're not starting at the screen edge. Are they? I think they are. Okay. Let's see. No, there's a margin here, isn't there? Oh, there is a margin. There's a margin on the body. Let's take that margin off the body. I don't want there to be a margin. Let's see, where's our HTML? Here's our HTML. Where's our CSS? Here's our CSS. Body. No body. No padding. I feel like I didn't fix it. I feel like they're not coming in off the side like I wanted. I'm gonna tweak with that. I'm gonna tweak that color cycling a little bit too. It's going a little bit too fast. Let's do that. They should be cycling at different colors. But alright. Well, maybe they are coming off the side now. What if I slow them way down? I can maybe see it a little better. Yeah, they're coming in off the side. I got kind of a fleet of ships coming across slowly. But they only last for a few seconds before they evaporate. Okay, well that's not exactly the effect I wanted, but it's kind of cool. I'll give them all a TTL of 30 seconds max. It's kind of a cool effect, but I did want them to kind of like zip across the screen. And there's a lot of them now. They live a little too long. Oh yeah, there it goes. Now it's starting to stutter and it's probably going to kill my stream. Let's fix that before everything dies. Hopefully I didn't just kill the stream. There we go. That's kind of what I wanted to have it do. But yeah, it's okay. So where we're at now, I got little spaceships fly across the screen, the color cycle. It's kind of a cool effect. What if I made them a little bigger? Let's say size 32. Yeah, that color cycling is a little more noticeable now. Might give it a little more line width. Say line width 2. And a little chunkier. I wonder what happens when this interacts with other canvas stuff. That works pretty well. I got all kinds of craziness going on the screen. They all seem to be cycling the same, but maybe if I slow down the color cycling a little more. I don't want them to exactly be the same. Kind of like, maybe it's just me, but it kind of looks like they're all color cycling in sync, which they shouldn't be, unless I screwed up that algorithm. I mean, this is the color cycling. It should be adding color cycle, or the color delta, and wrapping around the 255. It's kind of a cool effect, though. I'm gonna make some of them negative. Right, no, that's not right. If I do 8 minus 16. this probably isn't going to work as expected.